Let me ask you something straight up. Are you ready? Because the world is shifting beneath your feet. Not in 10 years, not next year, right now. Artificial intelligence is not coming, it's here. It's already reshaping industries, replacing jobs, writing content, designing code, and even making decisions that used to be made by people with decades of experience. And if you're standing still, waiting, hoping it'll slow down, you're already behind. But I didn't come here to scare you. I came to wake you up. You have two choices. You resist the change, or you ride the wave, and let me be clear. No wave waits for the surfer. The people who will thrive in this era are not the smartest, not the most educated, not the most technical. They are the most adaptable. They are the ones who lean in, get curious, and take massive action even when they're uncertain. You don't need to become a coder. You don't need to build the next big AI startup. But you do need to understand how AI fits into your world, how it can amplify your productivity, multiply your value, and free up your time so you can do the work that only you can do, the creative, the human, the emotional. Your fear of being replaced, that's not fear, that's a call to evolve. Your frustration with the pace of change, that's not frustration, that's a signal to level up. The people who will win in this new age are not the ones clinging to the past. They're the ones willing to be reborn into something new. They're the ones turning fear into focus, confusion into curiosity, and resistance into reinvention. The truth is this: I will not destroy your future. Your refusal to adapt will. So here's what you do right now. Start learning, start exploring, ask better questions. And don't wait until it's comfortable. By the time it feels safe, the opportunity will be gone. You were not born to be replaced. You were born to evolve, to grow, and to lead in times like this. This is not the end of human potential. It's the beginning of a new kind, and if you've got the courage to adapt, the future will not just belong to AI, it will belong to you. Let's go. We are standing at the edge of one of the greatest technological shifts in human history. And in times like these, it's not the strongest who survive. It's not even the smartest, it's the most adaptable. Adaptability is the skill that separates those who thrive from those who merely survive. The pace of change right now is unprecedented. What worked yesterday may already be outdated today. The way we learn, communicate, create, and work is evolving at a speed that feels almost unnatural. But here's the truth. Discomfort is not the enemy, stagnation is. If you're feeling overwhelmed by AI, automation, or emerging technology, that's not a sign to stop. That's a sign to dig in. Adaptability means letting go of your attachment to how things used to be and opening yourself to what's possible now. It means trading pride for progress. It requires a mindset that says, I don't know everything, and that's okay, but I'm ready to learn, to grow, and to shift. Because the real danger today is not being unqualified, the danger is being unwilling to change. The workplace is changing, the skills in demand are changing, and the people who will lead this next chapter are not the ones clinging to tradition. They are the ones who are willing to evolve. They take the initiative to learn new tools. They stay curious instead of critical. They aren't afraid of being beginners again. In fact, they embrace it, because they know being a beginner is the first step to becoming a master in the world that's emerging. Adaptability is not passive, it's a decision. It's choosing to move when your instincts say freeze. It's pushing through the discomfort of unfamiliar territory because you know that staying still is not an option. Growth never comes without uncertainty, but neither does greatness. And this isn't about chasing every new trend or becoming an expert in AI overnight. It's about developing a mentality that can pivot. It's about building emotional flexibility and resilience so you're not paralyzed when the world shifts, because it will, again and again. The ability to reset, relearn, and respond is what keeps you ahead when the game keeps changing. The people who win in this new age are the ones who say, bring it on, and not because they have all the answers, but because they've built the habit of adapting. They stay focused not on what's being taken away, but on what's opening up. They move with the current, not against it, and in doing so, they position themselves not just to survive this revolution, but to lead in it. So if you feel behind, uncertain, or overwhelmed, good, that's your starting point. But let it be the spark, not the stop. Adaptability is the new superpower, and it's one that anyone can develop starting now. There's a lot of fear surrounding artificial intelligence. People are worried about losing their jobs, becoming irrelevant, or being outpaced by machines. But here's the truth: AI is not your enemy, it's your ally. The difference between those who get left behind and those who lead the way will come down to one thing: whether you choose to fear AI or learn to use it. Technology has always changed the game. When electricity was invented, some feared it would destroy industries. When the internet arrived, many resisted it. And yet, those who saw the opportunity, who learned to work with it, didn't just survive, they thrived. AI is no different. Yes, it's powerful. Yes, it's fast. But that's exactly why it should excite you, because it can take what you do and make it faster, sharper, and more scalable than ever before. Let's get one thing straight. AI can automate tasks, but it can't automate who you are. It can analyze data, but it can't dream. It can mimic tone, but it can't connect with people on a deep emotional level. The mistake is believing that AI will replace humans. The reality is, it will replace people who don't learn to leverage it. The winners will be those who use it to eliminate repetitive work, to amplify their creativity, and to free up their time for higher-level thinking and deeper contribution. Imagine what happens when you take your skills, your message, your business, and you combine it with the precision and speed of AI. You can produce more, create more, reach more people. Instead of getting buried in the small tasks, you rise above them and focus on the impact that only you can make. Think about how you use your phone. It doesn't replace your thinking. It extends it. You don't fear your GPS because it tells you where to go. You trust it because it helps you get there faster. AI is the next level of that same principle. It's a multiplier. It makes your strength stronger and turns your time into a force multiplier if you use it right. But here's the catch: you have to get hands-on, you have to experiment, you have to take the leap from being a passive observer to an active user. That doesn't mean becoming a tech expert. It means getting familiar with the tools that are shaping your field. It means asking, how can this help me do more of what I love, better and faster? When you shift your mindset from fear to ownership, everything changes. You're no longer at the mercy of technology. You're in control. You get to steer the ship, not get tossed around by the waves. So stop waiting for AI to slow down. It won't. Start asking how you can harness it. Because in this new era, the people who rise won't be the ones avoiding AI. They'll be the ones using it as their edge. There's a lie people tell themselves when faced with change: I'll figure it out later. But in a world moving at the speed of AI, later is already too late. The most dangerous choice you can make today is to do nothing, not because the world is ending, but because the world is evolving, with or without you. When we're uncomfortable, we hesitate. When something feels unfamiliar or intimidating, like AI or new technology, we retreat to what we know. But comfort zones are where dreams go to die, and right now your inaction is not just costing you opportunities, it's costing you relevance. AI is not just reshaping industries, it's rewriting the rules of success. The people who are winning are not the ones with perfect plans. They're the ones who move, who test, who try, and who fail forward. They don't wait until they know everything. They just start, because momentum builds clarity. And action always trumps hesitation. Think about this. If you had started exploring AI 6 months ago, where would you be today? And if you don't start now, where will you be 6 months from now, while others race ahead? The gap isn't between the tech-savvy and the rest. The real gap is between the people who take imperfect action and the people who wait for perfect certainty. Spoiler alert, that certainty never comes. The future doesn't reward the ones who play it safe. It rewards the ones who are willing to get uncomfortable long enough to grow. Inaction feels safe in the short term, but over time it creates regret. Lost income, lost opportunities, lost relevance, and eventually a crisis point where the skills you didn't develop, the tools you didn't explore, and the choices you didn't make catch up with you. And by then, catching up isn't easy. It's exhausting, it's expensive, and sometimes it's too late. You don't need a 5-year plan to start. You don't need to become an AI expert overnight, but you do need to take one step today. Learn how AI tools work in your industry. Play with them, ask questions, get messy, fall forward, because every day you wait, someone else is taking your spot at the front of the line, not because they're better, but because they moved. Progress belongs to those who show up. And now, more than ever, showing up means being proactive, being courageous, and being willing to get ahead of the curve, not react to it after it's passed. The future will not wait for permission. It's already here. And if you're still thinking about whether to step in, understand this. The cost of waiting is far greater than the cost of trying and learning. The real risk isn't AI, the real risk is inaction. So take the leap before the window of opportunity becomes a mirror reflecting what you could have been.